All right, guys, we are rolling.
Chick, what's up?
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to In the Guard, where there are two universal truths we hold tight here in this studio. One is I will beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar, and two is Peter Yan sucks. And, you know, it's not just because we're near Halloween season that I'm wearing this awesome. This is honor of the rising of the Sugar Show. For all you haters, all you doubters, all you peanut butter pan Yan riders, I hope those tears taste sweet. How are those tears this morning, Tony?
I'm not talking about that fight.
We're going to talk about that fight because you know what? The next card's got 9
You
fights.
can talk about the
they're
fight.
They're not that interesting. So we're going over the biggest card of the year, one of the biggest cards of all time. Did not disappoint in any way.
I got nothing to say that the people don't already know deep down. It's all been said by the world.
Peter Yan is the most overhyped. He's like on a Cody Garbrandt streak right now. You know, this can't beat anybody. He won his title and then just lose. Never won the championship.
No, he can win. He just can't beat the judges.
He's never been a champion in my book. He's never beaten a champion. He's never defended a championship. So you were never a champion. You were a paper champ your whole life. She never had that title fight. He was lucky enough that there was nobody at bantamweight at that time ready to go for it. They skipped over Aljo, but you know, the universe righted that wrong twice. And then now Peter, he can't even beat the 11th ranked fighter. Like, how did this guy end up number one? How did this even happen? Whose dick was he sucking to get to where he's at right now? That's what I want to wonder. I mean, he just jumped everyone in the line. He beat up a couple old men. And then, you know, once he started fighting real fighters, 1-3. And I think 0-4 because Sandhagen beat him. What's your take on Peter Yan?
We're not talking about that fight. I got nothing to say the world don't already know.
All we know is that Peter Yan's a dusty bitch because when it was a stand-up fight, he didn't want that no more. He didn't want no part of the Sugar Show. He wanted to run away from him. He opened a vagina on the side of like I was kind of aroused like watching the fight because man, I've seen like babies come out of smaller holes than were on Peter Yan's head after that fight with that knee in the round 3. 29-28. I called it before the fight happened. I said that I was going to be a 29-28 finish no matter what. That was the score.
But let's be honest. You called it. Sugar gets first round.
Yes,
Edges second, and then loses the third.
But he won the third round. Edges the first, lost the second. I got the mixture wrong, but Yan still was weak in round 1 as he always is. And he just leaves rounds out there. Gave that up. Round 2, Sugar was winning, but Yan came back with that strong rock Sugar for a second. Did he sit him down?
He put him down.
So he set him down, and then his wrestling. I think when you have a knockdown and then you control the rest of the round, you could say, okay, my wrestling won. But when the majority of the big moments in a fight, in a round, I should say, is standing up, and all you're doing is getting takedowns, not advancing position, right? Sugar had a good active guard. Sugar's a shit wrestler, but a great grappler. At least in this situation, he was a great grappler last night because he was able to get back to his feet every single time and then win the exchanges on the feet. And there's no one that could debate that because that's what happened. The numbers don't fucking lie. On the feet, he tripled the significant strikes. Tripled them in significant strikes. Peter Yan is low volume. He is a counter striker, but he's too small for bantamweight. He's a flyweight. He's at a huge reach disadvantage in every single round. You know, maybe with the shorter guys, he might have a shot. Maybe he might like be able to edge a decision versus Kai Kara France. But he's not a bantamweight. He's not enough for the best division in the sport. What's your take on Peter Yan?
What does Peter Yan do next, Tony?
He quits. He goes to PFL because the UFC keeps fucking him.
Well, first off, the UFC
go win some money.
I love people say the UFC judges. The UFC does not fucking pay any judges, people. You need to learn that right there. You don't pay judges. They don't pay referees. Those come straight from the athletic commissions. So where the hell are they at? So the UFC.
This is Abu Dhabi.
There is no such thing as a UFC
this ain't
judge.
The United States of America.
What do you think?
Scales are tipping in people's favors.
Scorecards
are going in people's favors.
DC weighed in America, buddy. DC weighed in America, all right, when he put his finger on the thing.
I mean, you can do the justice for the people. You can argue Sugar Sean, but everybody knows the truth. And I love Sugar Sean. That's why I'm not more pissed off about this.
I want you all right now. You call yourself hardcore because you must be a fucking hardcore MMA fan if you listen to this podcast right now. Google Ben Cartilage. And if you don't know who Ben Cartilage is, you don't know MMA judges because he's the best one out there, the most highly regarded judge. Every podcast asks him, wants him on there because he breaks it down for everybody. Look up some of his stuff, listen to him. He gave the fight to Sugar Sean O'Malley. He did it right. He scored it right. The most important stat, the first line in the fucking unified rules is a cumulative damage, right? Damage over time towards ending a fight. It's not grappling, right? If you do your grappling position, you have to advance your position or cause damage, strikes from the bottom, or threaten submissions, which Peter Yan did none of. He took breaks. He did not want to stand with Sugar Sean O'Malley. He could not hang with him on the feet. And he did the whole Conor McGregor, oh, you're a wrestler now. You want to throw wrestling moves at this guy because you can't stand. Mr. Tiger Muay Thai, Mr. Defensive Shell, Mr. Best Striker in the UFC Bantamweight division, curdled like a little bitch under the pressure. He could not handle the Sugar Show. An 11-1 ranked 11th fighter, 14-1, could not handle with that guy. What's he going to do against like the Davey Grant? What's he going to do against guys like that? Adrian Yannis. Like all these guys will beat Peter Yan. We've learned that yesterday.
What happens when Sugar fights Aljo next?
I don't think he fights Aljo next. I 100% believe that it's going to be Aljo.
Well, what happens when he fights Aljo?
I don't think he fights Aljo.
What happens when he fights Aljo?
I don't think he fights Aljo ever. I think that
I mean, that would make sense because he does have Dana White privilege.
No,
They're not going to throw him
I don't think
Aljo's
going to beat Henry Cejudo. I really don't.
Peter Yan should have finished fucking Sugar.
And I don't think that Sugar Sean
Wouldn't have
O'Malley
this
is going to beat Cheeto. I think it's going to be Cheeto Vera in the rematch. I don't think he's going to win that fight. I don't think anybody's beating Cheeto Vera. I think he's the best bantamweight in the world. He can do it every way. Actually, he's already beat Sean once, right? He got that fucking leg kick finish. And I think he's only gotten better since then, right? You've seen the pictures of people's face after the fight Cheeto Vera. I think Cheeto Vera, the Sugar Show's looking good up there. I think Cheeto Vera ends up being the bantamweight champion, and Sean never gets a title shot. I don't think Sean O'Malley's ever going to get a title shot.
Well, maybe that makes the play. If Cheeto wins, then Sugar fights Aljo, and then fights Cheeto.
Well, no, because I think it's going to be Cheeto versus Sean next. Probably a main event 5-rounder title eliminator. That makes the most sense.
And then he loses to Cheeto.
Yes, and he loses to Cheeto.
And then Cheeto fights
Aljo. And then you get a guy like Merab versus Sean, or something. Merab probably beat Sean O'Malley too. Because Merab will eliminate his striking. Like what Peter Yan did, he wouldn't be able to get up and do it like that again. Unless he caught him like he did, like Marias almost caught him that one time. But I don't think Sean O'Malley ever fights for the title.
I don't think so too, but I don't think it's because of that. I think Sean is going to try to make some money and get out. I don't think he likes being in those hard fights. He's kind of said it. He likes to dig. He had to dig deep. He went places he didn't want to go for. He didn't like that. I didn't like getting hit like that.
He won the fight. He's thinking all right.
Well, but like, we've talked about it. He perhaps won the fight, but
he definitely won the fight. There's no debate.
If this would have went the other way, it wouldn't be the biggest robbery in the world. In fact, let's show.
Look, I don't think it's the biggest robbery in the world that Sean won. I don't think it was that big.
It's not a robbery in any way, shape, or form.
Well,
if
maybe
Peter won the fight.
This guy right here might convince you, Mike. This is Khabib reacting to
everybody. It was everybody.
Well, first off, if Khabib only knows wrestling,
you should have seen DC's face in the back.
Another wrestler.
Speak to
another
O'Malley
wrestler,
now.
Of course. Another wrestler.
Dude, plenty of strikers on Twitter were going nuts about it too.
Who?
Uriah Hall. There was Johnny.
Uriah
not Johnny
Hall
Walker.
hates the UFC because he was never good enough.
So many people were like, "What the?"
That
fuck?
is called ad populum fallacy. It does not make it true. That is a fallacy.
He
Google
gave him
it, everybody.
every
Google
round.
it.
Every round.
Khabib gave him every round.
Khabib doesn't know shit.
Even
every
the
round.
third round.
Khabib doesn't know shit.
I'll beat Khabib's ass too.
Oh, I would beat
I'll
Khabib's
fight
ass.
Khabib and Brock. 3 guys.
Listen,
in the
Dude, DC has said Habib gives him fits in the gym.
Gives him fits, but he don't beat him. He didn't say he beats
You're not
him.
DC.
I'm bigger than DC.
Don't matter.
Listen, I'm bigger than
This
DC.
fucking guy.
Listen, there's a reason there's fucking weight classes and Khabib ain't a heavyweight champion because there's big people. There's a reason for that. And I'm a skilled fighter in my own right sense of the fucking word. I will fuck Khabib up. I'll fuck Islam up. And I definitely would fuck up Peter Yan. Without a question.
Well, let's move to the fight that you actually called wrong here. You said Charles was going to win this. He lost by Islam. Chokes him out.
Well, I am never been more disappointed in a fighter in my life. Not that he lost the fight, but he tapped out so easy to a bitch-ass choke. Like, that is fucking day one white belt choke, arm triangle, and he tapped quick as fuck. And I'm a person who's been in arm triangles many times in my life. I'll be happy to tell you I have never, ever tapped to one of them. I've either went out or got out. The fact that you are in the main event, your title is on the line, and you tapped with the quickness, I lose a lot of respect for you. I lose a whole, and you're the Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy?
Yeah, I mean, he tapped as soon as Makhachev got to the other side.
Like, it was the fastest tap. Like, he wanted
I think he
out.
just realized he was in over his head.
Go out in your sword.
And he lost like how I said he was going to lose. He had to do him like Paul Felder did. Hurt him, jump in his guard.
Like it was.
Jump in his guard.
And again, it's not the loss. If you lose a fight, you lose a fight. But the fact that he tapped without hesitation, there was like, I'm out, I'm done. This is it. That was old school Charles Oliveira, the one that we thought was gone, to a very rudimentary fucking choke.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think that belt's going to be with Makachev for a while.
Oh, and that's why they're calling. That's why they're calling it fucking Volkanovski. There's nobody up there.
It's not going. He's going to beat Volkanovski too.
It's gonna be a fun fight though.
Take him 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds. He'll beat him.
No, it took
Too small.
Well, who's Islam fight next?
Volkanovski.
In
Perth, in Australia.
Who wins that fight?
Makachev. I think Makachev gets it done by decision.
Makachev.
How's Makachev going to beat him by decision?
Makachev's going to ground him down. We haven't seen Volkov's back.
Yes, we have. You've seen him in a fucking mounted guillotine.
Other than that,
other than that, amazing.
Not controlled for just round on in.
There's a reason. He's a fucking rugby player.
I think Makachev's going to do it.
You ever see Volkanovski's leg?
Makachev's going to do it though.
Do you think
if he doesn't sub him,
Islam come in as underdog on that fight?
No
way.
I don't think Islam's going to be an underdog for a long time.
I think Volk is an underdog in that fight?
I think he'll be minus
He's
2.
Going up a weight class.
Minus 200 or 300.
Volk has been okay. Islam beating Oliveira, spectacular. Volk, the way he's finished his last 4 fights, have been
he's going
incredible.
up.
I think Oliveira Volk's more competitive. Well, Volk could probably beat Oliveira.
Oh, I think Volk.
Volk could. Volk could beat Islam Makhachev. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a 60-40 type deal. Like, it's not that far off.
Oh man, I don't think it's that close.
I want Volk to whoop his ass.
I think you're underestimating Charles Volkanovski. Like, you rewatch that Brian Ortega fight. There ain't much better grappling than that. Like, you're gonna have to kill that guy. He ain't gonna tap on an arm triangle.
Yeah,
Volkanovski's not gonna fucking tap on an arm triangle.
Tap to a Kimura?
No.
I don't think his arm.
I don't think he taps. Right.
I think he
breaks his arm and it's over.
Well, wait. The first time Islam gets him in a serious choke and Volk gets out of it.
Yeah. What's Islam? Look what it did. Brian Ortega had him in his fucking triangle. His signature hold. Deep.
Listen, if Volk can keep it on the feet and not get subbed, then yeah, he could win the fight. I think he can outpoint Islam for sure.
But Volk is short, but his fucking base is huge. He's got rugby legs. His legs are fucking. He's a 225-pound man that cuts down to 145. Like, he's made his way down it, but his legs are still big, like he was in that fucking rugby world. It's gonna be a fucking interesting fight. I do think Islam gets it done, but I think it's gonna be by decision. I don't think he's gonna be throwing Volkanovski around. And I mean, Islam did have some trouble with fucking what's his name, Thiago Moises. All right, he took 4.5 rounds to beat Thiago Moises. He's not gonna fucking go over fucking Alexander Volkanovski in 2 rounds.
2 rounds to do Bronx though.
Do Bronx quit like that? Volkanovski's not going to quit like that. He's just not. He quit fucking instantly. Without.
Well, what does Oliveira do now? Take a break for a while.
I think Benil Dariush.
Connor. If Connor ever comes back.
Well, he's
Connor's
not even
calling
testing.
out Islam. Connor might never come back.
Connor's a fucking idiot.
But Connor's not in the pool.
Right.
Yeah.
And we could tell.
Yeah.
If you look at his Instagram, you can tell he's not in that testing pool. Conor McGregor is just. I think he's just more just trying to keep his name relevant by mentioning during this. I don't think he wants to fight anymore.
Well, I know there's some controversy with this Dillashaw fight.
This makes me more mad than the fucking.
I was going
true.
into this fight putting money on Dillashaw, and last minute put it on Sterling, and I'm glad I fucking did.
I mean, I was all on Sterling for this fight. I just thought the size differential, the grappling would be too much for him, and we didn't know that TJ basically had one arm to start this fight. And instantly, first grappling exchange, shoulder pops out. First round, they probably should have stopped it because he wasn't able to post. He couldn't get up. He couldn't get going.
I thought they might because his arm was out. I was like, does that mean they stop it automatically or?
No,
what?
it does. That's not. I thought for sure they would do it in between rounds. That happens a lot. Like, you get an injury.
But then they popped it back in.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm good.
If you remember,
yeah, but the reason behind all this, as we know, is that before the fight even started, TJ talked to Mark Goddard in the back, said, "Hey, just be prepared. My shoulder's going to pop out. It's popped out 20 times in camp."
I thought the doctor would stop. That doctor was badass with the neck tats and shit. But no, if you remember John Jones versus Chael Sonnen, during the round, he fucked his toe up to the point where the bone was sticking out, dislocated or whatever, and then he ended up finishing late in that fight. But if that time would have ran out in that round, he would have lost the fight because they would have stopped to do the TKO, and Chael Sonnen would have beat John Jones in the fight, and another controversial Jones loss. So I thought that was the same thing was going to happen, that when they went to the corners, they would call the fight like, he can't fight. He's got one arm.
Yeah, but essentially, this fight, it's kind of a farce. It sucks for Aljo, but it really is. Like, you beat a one-armed man.
I mean, I thought Aljo was going to
And
win
then
the
this,
fight
and
anyway.
like TJ, you want your money, or you about to cash out? Like you wanted to show money, you wanted your bonus money. Like there's nothing tough about this. It's idiocy. You're an idiot. Like why? You fucked over so many fans, over all the bettors. I feel bad for all the fucking bettors.
Yeah, the Dillashaw bettors. That's who got fucked over. I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean,
You got your money, but everybody else got fucked out of
He did beat
theirs.
Corey Sandhagen with a torn ACL though. He beat Corey Sandhagen with a torn ACL. He's known for doing this. I think he got looked at his training regimen. His body's breaking
he's
down.
pumping himself up, and just his body can't recover, even though he is fucking. I don't know if he's juicing anymore or not, but
You're gonna lose to a cheater, right? Well, I bet that was kind of bummer. Then it was the greatest performance in bantamweight history. Dariush came back strong, beat a guy Gamrot. A lot of people saying this exposed Gamrot. I don't feel that way.
well, I don't know. I just feel like Gamrot kind of just gave up after he realized he didn't have the grappling advantage.
I feel like this is a step up in competition. He didn't look like he was out of his league.
Why
fighting.
wouldn't he think when Benil Dariush is an ADCC vet?
But I don't think that he looked out of his league fighting Dariush. It was a
No.
close fight. He lost to a good fighter.
He was
Because
outclassed on the feet.
Dariush like gives me this vibe that he's just like one of those freak kind of athletes that like
You just look
is
at him?
kind of slow,
Yeah.
but like
sneaky fast.
I just know what I got to do and I just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I
It's
can't.
on a wig. That's how.
I just see Dariush as the type of guy who like can just
He looks
trick
like a guy
himself
that-
into doing whatever he wants.
He looks like he runs in a bodega.
I think he's tough and he's well rounded.
Yeah, he's got sneaky power.
Yeah.
He's got real he's not.
He's not the most technical, but if he touches you, you feel.
And it doesn't look like he's throwing hard, but when it touches you,
Yeah.
man, people react.
I just don't.
and
People
struggle.
also don't expect it.
Right.
They don't see it coming. That's
And
what
he's
gets you.
got good. He said ADCC. He got Tony in that knee bar that was pretty sick. He almost got Gamrot in another one. Again, this is a learning experience for Gamrot. This is a big step up in competition,
Yeah.
and I don't think he's done. I think he's still a factor in that fucking lightweight division. He's still got time.
Well, does Furia Manning?
She wants Grasso.
That makes more sense to me.
She's calling out Grasso before Bullet, which
she ain't ready for
makes
the Bullet,
sense.
and I think Bullet should have to fight. What's her name again? Anyway,
And I think Grasso's a great test for her on the feet.
yeah. I mean, beating Chukagian is an accomplishment. Like, we like to make fun of Chukagian, but Caitlin Chukagian beats everybody, right?
Yeah.
The only person she doesn't beat is Valentina Shevchenko. So the fact that she's able to get done shows that she's on that world-class level. I just think in that division, although, what's her Santos, was it? Talia Santos?
Yeah.
Talia Santos kind of wedged that gap a little, but the gap from Bullet to everybody else in that division is so wide. So, like, from champ to one, it's a fucking... At least chapter 2. Santos may have won that fight. That's another one we can go back and forth on who won that fight. Yeah.
Remember the name Bilal?
I
I put
hated the
money on
stoppage.
Bilal for this. I feel like he just
Yeah, but I
ekes
mean,
out
I think
wins.
it's something that Bilal needed.
I
He
hated
needed
this.
a
For real,
finish.
he needed a
But
finish.
I don't believe he got
Like
a finish.
he's an elite fighter. He's just boring most of the time.
Yeah.
So this guy actually kind of
I don't
helped
think he
him a
got a
little bit.
finish. I think the ref stopped the fight. There's a difference.
and
I hate anytime I see a finish. And there's a
so
guy
if he doesn't get okay, I agree. If there was 13 seconds left, let it go. You're so close to the bell.
Yeah.
Let him get saved by the bell.
right.
You know, but if had that been going on at a minute, stop it. Whatever.
Why? Eventually he'll fall.
Yeah, but man,
does
they
he
agree
need-
for you in the back. Like you don't know the conversation Brady's having with. Hey, yeah, stop it if I'm not answering. Like you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like that's you.
Well, that's even worse.
You could be in the
wait.
back- yeah.
If that's what he's saying behind the scenes, then
yeah,
but
you don't
fucking
know.
Okay.
But it's their
And
ultimate
that's-
job to protect the
I mean,
fighter.
we're just talking about a guy that I got one arm, I'm going to fight this guy. This one's saying if
You know-
he's hitting me, stop the fight.
And a lot of this guy, it's a career for them. It's not just a job. They
It is a
have to
career.
have some kind of longevity.
There's lots of people get punched that got longevity.
You
Tony
know?
Ferguson's fighting forever.
But also the ref could
Nate
go.
Diaz
Yeah,
fight
'cause he's
forever.
pa- has
I'm not
to,
going to
which is
let you take
unfortunate.
unanswered shots. You know, if you're just getting hit and getting hit,
But
I'm going to stop
if the
fight.
shot does not have the power to drop you, how hard is it?
I don't know. Ask Nate Diaz.
I mean, there's lots of times like people's had concussions. They don't go out. They don't drop. And the
Listen,
next day
I've
they're
had a
like,
lot of concussions in my
You know?
time. I go down. You go down.
I don't know if that sways your argument, right? Maybe that's
There's
the reason
why he has this argument.
Because
Because he's not all there.
No.
You heard him talking about sugar earlier.
I
He's
think
not there.
I think they're fucking overrated for one. I've had a bunch of them, and back in my day, it was just a headache. They put you back in there. But anyway, they're not that big of a deal. People, trust me, I've had plenty of them. But I mean, Bilal was winning that round. I think it should have been 19-19 going into round 3. And if it was really fucked up that bad, he would have finished it in round 3 too, right?
Maybe that just gives him a 10-8 round or whatever.
yeah.
I don't even know if that was a 10-8 round because it was the last
No, it
the
wouldn't
last
have been
30
10-8.
seconds when he started doing that, and it was on the way, right? It was on the. I just don't think it should have been ended.
Not with 13 seconds. Let it go. There's 13 seconds.
But I mean, Bilal did look good. He stayed there with Brady. They neutralized. It kind of was that classic two good grapplers.
Brady's
They
got
neutralized
to
each other.
fine tune his striking. Like Chiesa was getting him.
Was there no knockouts?
I mean, he was hitting Bilal up too, though, and had some pop.
He had
on him.
moments, yeah, but like Ball had more technique and more volume.
There was that.
This is a veteran.
Well, I don't know.
Krylov Ozdemir was a fun fight.
Yeah.
Ozdemir, that got canceled. This fight sucked.
Lame.
This,
Was what it was gonna
Mokaev, big test
Some
for
good
him.
moments.
Gordon had some moments at him, but and then that fight didn't happen. So I mean, all in all, it was a fun
It was a
card from
decent
start
card,
to
yeah.
start
That's
to
good.
finish. Especially for as hyped as it was, it did not disappoint, except for the Aljo and TJ thing.
Yeah.
Because no matter where you fall in the Jan O'Malley thing, that was a great.
Oh,
fucking
it's a
fight.
fucking banger.
It was a great
It was
fucking
a good
fight.
fight.
It's a candidate for fight of the year. I think that's the biggest travesty coming out of this. With all this debate, people are going to kind of lower the quality of that fight down because it was, again, I think O'Malley won the
No.
fight, but I think it's 29-28. I don't think it's a 30-27 or anything like that, but I do think that on the feet.
Well, it was a split decision.
Right. And it
Yeah,
was,
that's what-
it was a fight. Again, even if you tell me that you gave Jan round one, then you got to tell me that you value the grappling. Cool, that's what you feel, but I don't value it like that. The striking is always more valuable to me when it's a fight like that. But if that's what you got to own and say, I'm valuing that takedown more than the damage that Sugar Sean was giving him. And if that's where you're at, that's an agree to disagree. That's the best I can give you in that one because again, his grappling was not very. It was effective. Wrestling was effective, but his grappling was not very good.
Well, let's move on to upcoming fight. It's 9 fights on this card.
Great main
If
event.
they all make it.
So absolutely.
Yeah,
this
God,
is-
could you
this is-
imagine some fights not making it? You have a 7-fight card, 6
It's gonna be a good night though.
8-fight card.
It was suck DraftKings. That'd be a good night. Like smooth fights one night. Yeah, I mean this main event's as good as it gets though. You got two guys that are going to stand in the middle of the cage and want to bang. Arnold Allen coming off his. Yes, not mine, so it must be. Arnold
Smoking
Allen,
Dan Hooker.
Smoking Dan Hooker. Yeah, versus Calvin Cater. Who
Cater should have had a win.
what was his last fight?
Josh Emmett. He won that fight.
Oh
They
yeah,
gave
yeah.
the fucking decision to
I was
Emmett.
thinking about his fucking Giga fight. I forgot that Emmett fight happened. Yeah, that's another one. That, I forgot fucking Josh Emmett existed. I was thinking about featherweight title contenders. Holy shit! But yeah, that was I thought Cater won that fight too as well. But again, top featherweights in here, guys. Again, the division that's kind of in limbo right now with Volkanovski going up. Max kind of being that fucking door stopper.
Yeah.
I think the winner here fights Max. I don't know if Cater wants to do that again, but
I don't know. I think if Allen wins, it's a different story. Like,
if,
I think Allen could be jumping up, getting knocked. Like one more fight after this, maybe he's for title shot.
but it's got to be Yair's got to get the next featherweight title shot.
Yeah.
Yair Rodriguez has to get that shot. I mean, I was debating the whole first 2 Max fights, right, with Volk. The second one, there was no fucking question. If you put the most definitive performance, it was that third fight. So even if I gave Holloway the first 2 fights, Volk beat the fucking piss out of him in that third one. So that's done. I don't want to see that no more. I don't think it gets any better. We had the bad injury for Ortega in the Yair fight, but Yair, I want to see Yair and Volk. It's a new matchup, a weird challenge for Volkanovski, a different type of striker. But these guys, I think, are the next ones in line after that, right? I know Emmett just got that win, but I just don't. I keep seeing them give Emmett people. Like, I think Emmett gets the winner of this guy. Like they're like, we're
Who's gonna win this one?
I'm
Yeah, but he
leaning
just
Calvin
fought. You
Cater.
think they're going to make him fight Cater again?
Maybe. Like,
I mean, he ain't got
although
that,
Cater might leap jump.
he ain't got that Dana White privilege.
Cater might leapfrog though because he does have a little bit bigger name. He's a little bit more marketable. I think people will be more willing to see a Cater Volk fight than a Cater or a Volk Emmett. Like who's going to buy a pay-per-view for Alexander Volkanovski and Josh Emmett? That's not going to sell shit. But Cater might sell some fucking tickets. But I think Allen's like a younger version of Cater. Like good
Yeah, I think
striking,
he's going to
good
have.
hands.
He's going to have. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm leaning that way. I think he's just going to push the pace more. He's going to be more aggressive.
This one's going to have some razor.
He's going to be able to go
too.
hard for 5 rounds.
Like-
I haven't seen his cardio break. Cater's had moments he's kind of slowed down a little bit.
But he has been 5 rounds.
Yeah,
This is
that's
the first
true.
time Allen's
The first
gone
time
5.
Allen's gone 5.
We know that Allen's not knocking Cater out, right? Because if fucking he stood for that max beating,
Yeah.
like if he stood up for that max beating, he's not going out. But
never know.
I think
a
Allen
fight.
edges it, but I think we're gonna be like the internet's gonna be debating who won because there's gonna be a lot of striking and this strike versus that strike's not gonna be much grappling, so I think it's gonna become tight rounds.
I'm going to go with Allen.
Yeah, I'm going with Allen as well on that one. Yeah, I think I know who you're going with this one.
Tim Means, Max Bridgen.
I'm going to say, you don't know who I'm going to go with on this one.
You're going with the Dirty Bird.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God! What's going on? What's Peter Yan loses and Tony loses his
Although
mind.
I think this fight is interesting and it is a hard pick for me. Because I think Max Payne Griffin likes to be a bully early on, but then he gets tired. And if he gets tired, what happens? When does he get tired? Does he get tired after he's won, 2 rounds?
Tim Means kind of sucks.
Tim Means does. I don't think he's gonna knock Tim Means out. I think Max Creed's good at that. You got to sub Tim Means to finish him.
Max Griffin had. Oh, we fought Neil Magny last, right? Was Neil Magny's last fight?
No, he lost. He beat Neil Magny. And
He lost to Magny.
He lost to Magny. Who'd he beat before that? Condit.
Condit, and he beat what's his
Song,
song,
Song
and he
out.
also beat Ramiz. He took the ear off.
Yeah.
But he was beating up Magny, and I think if he lands on
Yeah, he got tired. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying if he lands on Means like he was landing on Magny, Magny's got a better chin. Magny's a tougher, more durable opponent. Means are going out.
Yeah, I think Max Griffin should win
I think
this
he gets a
fight.
first round knockout.
He should win. I don't think he's going to finish Means, though.
If Max Griffin lands on Tim Means like he landed on Neil Magny, who I think is a better fighter than Tim Means, Means is going to fucking sleep. Means not eating that shit like Magny is.
I'm going Dustin Jacoby versus Khalil Roundtree. You got kickboxing, Muay Thai.
This is going to be a fun fight.
Which Khalil Roundtree shows up?
I am on the war horse. I think he's here. I think he's here to stay. I don't think there's any more go to sleep.
I mean, if so, he's violent.
The last time he was on fucking Rogan, he was talking about how he's in a different mind state now, and he found his peace. His
How
reason
is
for fighting
Jacoby
again.
not getting ranked in that division yet?
He's 14.
Is he?
He's ranked higher than Khalil.
Oh, I was going to say, he's fucking got to be getting close.
It's going to be a tight fight. Jacoby's tough as shit, though. So it's going to be. He's a really good kickboxer. Didn't he got knocked out by Pereira, though, right?
Who?
I think Alex Pereira knocked out Dustin Jacoby in kickboxing.
That I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that happened. That left hand with Hanyang. But yeah, Jacoby's a great kickboxer. One of the most impressive split decisions I've ever seen in my life. When he got his ass
Dominated
beat
for
by
2 rounds.
Kutalaba. No, the first round
First
10-8
round.
and came back and won the last 2 rounds to get that decision.
I think Jacoby's going to win this fight. I think
I
he's
like-
going to be too much on the feet for
I think
Khalil.
Khalil Roundtree hits like certain people. Like you don't get hit by the way he puts when he makes contact with people. He dislocates knees. He fucking knocks people out with body shots. Like he hits harder than anybody. And probably it's him and Jamal Hill who hits harder in that division.
There's a big reach there.
And I
size.
think Khalil gets it done.
Give me Jacoby.
I mean, this is what we gotta pick. Fucking which pile of shit smells less?
They have 4 losses.
Give me the Salsa Boy by knockout.
He's only a moderate favorite.
Because
He's 7-0.
Is this
He's
debut,
off the
though?
Contender Series. Yeah.
Man, is this the Contender Series fade?
I mean, Vanderell's going to be much bigger than him. Can you imagine?
I don't want anything to do with this fight. Vanderbilt has, I think, a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and
He
he
lost to Chase
Yeah, because he tried to box with it.
right. He tried to sit there and box with the only guy that he.
lost to Andre Arlovski.
That was a close fight. Romanov, that's fucking whatever. He looks good when he's coming forward. If he presses you against the cage and kind of gets that dirty boxing against the cage. I don't know much on Salsa Boy over here. I didn't see his Contender Series
This
fight.
is just me going against Vandera.
And that's not a bad idea. I gotta go. I've gone Vandera too much.
Don't do it.
I can't. I've
Don't
gone
go
too-
Vandera.
I'm gonna go with the Salsa Boy, man. The number 1 heavyweight in Arizona.
To beat the number 68
Like
heavyweight
the
worldwide.
fucking best heavyweight. In the
I mean, there's
desert.
only like what 72 heavyweights.
Like, how's this guy from Dominican, but he's the number 1 in Arizona? Why wouldn't he be the number 1 in Dominican? But anyway, I gotta go with Acosta there. I'm done backing fucking. Sorry, Jared.
This is another tough one for me here.
Yeah, we got Josh Fred and Trayson George.
Trayshon's due to show his worth.
He should not be in the UFC right now. He's 3-2. He's 20. He's younger. He's 28 years old. Only has 5 fights. His only losses were in the UFC, but again, that's because he got here way too early. He does have
but
knockout
he lost
power.
to Ultimate Fighter,
Yeah,
players,
but he
and they're early on in their contract too.
is
not a good look.
not well rounded. But Brian
true.
Battle's a bad boy. Brian Battle's a guy.
Brian Battle's good.
Trayshawn can never pull the trigger. Was the problem?
Well, but also
his chin, too.
His chin is questionable, and he is just not well rounded. Like he has, if he catches you, you're going out. Versus Josh Friends, who just basically just got fucking
Mollywop
by
Fluffy.
fucking Fluffy, who's coming on strong in that fucking division.
Yeah.
Has a wrestling background, but wants to sit there and bang with you a little bit too much.
I don't know. Mr. Vicious, what a name. All right.
I will tell you what. I lost both my picks. I picked Fremd against fucking Fluffy for an upset, and I have to pick Gore in his last fight as well. So I picked both these guys wrong last time. I'm gonna go with Josh Fremd because I think he's got a little bit more experience, and it still is a more advanced at this point in his MMA career. But if Trayshon George catches him on the fucking chin, he's gonna put him out.
Yeah.
Like, he can do.
That's
He can
what I
knock
think.
anybody out.
I'm gonna go with Fremd until Gore proves me otherwise.
Andre Arlovsky by decision. It doesn't matter who he's fighting.
I gotta go
Although,
with Andre.
I don't know, man. The Lima has looked really good lately.
Well, Ivanov was kind of a back and forth one. Rothwell he knocked out. Maurice
He
Green.
just fucking.
Yeah.
He has optimal that guy.
Romanov.
Yeah, you lose Romanov's not a bad idea.
I think Andre has enough experience. I don't think
Like, he definitely has the experience.
He's good enough to land a bomb on Arlovsky. I just don't think he's going to do it.
The grappling could get interesting.
Could he grapple Arlovsky?
The grappling could get
That's where
very
I think he has
interesting.
to do it. But I don't think he has the cardio to keep grappling Arlovsky for 3 rounds.
Both on America top team.
Wow. Oh, so they know each other. That's interesting.
I'm going to go with Arlovsky.
Oscar's gonna be the bigger fighter. He definitely has the fucking.
And he's an underdog. Okay.
He definitely has the experience edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
34 and 20.
it's hard to bet against the Pitbull, man. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
him, especially if it goes to the cards. He knows how to win decisions. He knows how to win rounds.
What about the
We know Mike's not picking the
Dude, Steve
pooper.
Garcia's gonna fuck him up.
I'm going with Hooper by TKO.
TKO.
He's gonna ground and pound him.
TKO.
Ground and pound TKO.
Now you're out of your fucking mind. If you tell me to chase Super by fucking knee bar, I'll get it.
No, he's gonna mount him and ground and pound him like he did in his last fight. He's gonna do him the same.
He lost to fucking Steven Peterson, man.
Yeah, I know.
That is bad. That the Ocho. He lost to the fucking Ocho, man.
I think he's gonna beat Steve Garcia.
I am the ultimate 100% chase super fade. You want to talk about Dana
the
White
dream
privilege?
versus mean machine.
They want to talk about Dana White privilege, right? The baby sugar. I don't think he should be in the UFC fighting. So I'm going with. I'm going ugly man.
I'm
The
going
Iron
Turtle.
The Turtle's tough as shit. I feel like Turtle lost that decision his last fight against was it Anders?
Yeah.
The split decision.
I don't know,
That
you
was
were
a
on
we-
shrooms in a
I was
pool,
on
so-
mushrooms in the swimming pool, but still.
Well, you might have better judgment on shrooms than you do on Four Loco.
I don't know, I get that. I called the fight before it even happened. I had premonitions. But yeah, ugly man should get this fight. I think he's gonna have the grappling edge. I think he's gonna rock him on the feet and get maybe a club and sub type deal. He's not gonna knock him out.
Man, he's got a big size.
He's a big dude, and
But I think the Turtle
he's
gets
got
him
some
down,
nasty submissions.
lays on him from the Turtle.
You know,
Ironically,
the Turtle does not want to go down with Joseph Holmes. He's
We'll
a way
see.
better grappler than he is.
First fight.
First fight of the night. It's a
man, I'm tossed up with
At
this
least
one.
there's not that terrible fights on this card. It's a good kickoff card. It's a good opening card. You got Roman Dolidze, ADCC.
Pretty much identical
veteran.
in attributes.
Hall's a much better striker.
Yeah,
Much
I mean,
better striker.
Dolidze just got a knockout in his last fight, though.
Yeah, flying knee, which is kind of it was nice. It was a Hail Mary type deal against Dawkins. I just think
Can he push the pace and make Haas tired?
I am never ever gonna bet on Roman Dolidze again based on his fight IQ.
Just because he lost to Trevin Giles.
He just does dumb shit though. He was another fight. Was it Strapoli?
Dolidze, I think so,
He
yeah.
won against Lawrence Staropoli.
Yeah.
That was the fucking worst piece of shit, boring fight I ever saw in my life. And he just does dumb shit. He goes and tries to roll up ankles and legs
Yeah.
and stuff.
And he had a lot of size on Starpoli, too.
Yeah,
Starpoli
does-
is a fucking welterweight coming
Yeah.
up, and he's a light heavyweight coming down.
he did steal Cheyenne Bays from JP. That's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
I think Spencer Hall is a more well-rounded fighter than him. And where Dolidze excels in his grappling, I think that Hawes is just as good as him in that area of wrestling and grappling. I think he'll have trouble getting Hawes down.
Yeah.
If it's on the floor, it's a whole
There's a
different.
lot of fight cancels. What's the fight cancels? Because those.
Barboza Tapura, Rodriguez,
This- okay.
Salvador,
Wow. Lots.
Sukar Close.
So Clayton's had 2 people back out.
Yeah, this one got canceled twice.
Okay. Salvador withdrew first, then he got third, and then he withdrew. I didn't know Drakkar, Close, and Madsen were even on this card.
Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't know it was on this card, but I didn't know it got canceled either. Yeah, it's rough.
That'd have been tough for Drakkar. Madsen's a fucking wrestler.
Matson's kind of dumb though too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's fight night. What is it?
1 million.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They're back at the Apex. Smaller cage. Smaller cage is gonna be a thing, right? They're back to the 25-foot cage. Always a little bit different, more action in those fights. Although we weren't really lacking for action last night.
No, they were good
What's
fights.
the lock of the night on our main card here?
Man,
Main card.
main card. I was gonna say Andre, but he's on the main card.
Give me Arnold Allen.
I'm gonna go. Max Griffin's gonna beat the piss out of him. That's gonna be my
I'm
lock of
going
the
wild
night.
with Arnold Allen.
I think
pick 'em fight too.
I think all those are kind of pick 'em fights though.
Yeah.
Like, where's the big favorite in this card? There's really not. There's gonna be no.
Going Josh Freemed.
There's gonna be. I mean, he could win that fight. I just don't think like there's gonna be no minus 1,000 Mohammed Mokayev in this card. That's not.
No.
There's none of those in this card. So every one of these fights are on the table. There's no one that I think is a real lock. If we're just picking one for
There'll be
shits
some
and
close
giggles,
ones.
I think Max Grimm is probably my safest bet, I would say, of the night.
All right, let's go into news this week, fight announcements, stuff like that. Not that page. We already saw Khabib think he did not win.
Yeah, stay retired, old man.
Let's see. So we
This
kinda
guy is
touched
so
on
small.
this.
He is short, but
He's
he's
short,
not a
but he
small
he's
guy.
a big
he's
dude,
a fucking
though.
tank.
Yeah.
He is a fucking tank. Look at that guy.
Yeah. He's not that much shorter than Islam. What, like 3-4 inches, maybe
Yeah.
5
I
inches?
mean, Brian Ortega's got to be taller than
And
Islam,
yeah.
right?
he has deceptive reach too. His arms are long,
Well, he knows how to use it.
but his arms are long though too. Like he's not like a short guy with like Peter Yan with little arms.
Yeah.
He's not like throwing like this, you know, like Hasbulla reach. But he has actually really long reach for his height. It's again, it's hard to bet against Islam after what he did to Charles yesterday. But Volk, man, he's the pound for pound _1 for a reason. Like he earned that.
It'd be pretty cool to see a double champ.
And I think this might have been if Alexander Volkanovski wins that's probably the most impressive double champ there's ever been. As far as resume and people he fought to get it in the two of the toughest divisions, that's probably the most impressive double champ
you
there's
beat
ever been.
Makachev and the guys you beat
And
at
they beat the
featherweight.
shit. You beat fucking Max Holloway. They beat the shit out of him.
Connor
and,
not even in the conversation.
No,
Not even
that's probably
close.
the greatest champ of all time.
You beat Eddie Alvarez, and come on.
Like Cejudo kind of had a nice one, but he got out so quick. It's like you kind of hit it and quit it too fast, and you kind of miss those top guys. He did get the DJ one. That's why he's amazing.
Who did he beat it? Who did Cejudo beat to get double gold?
Oh, Cruz.
Cruz was the champion?
No, it was like TJ had to vacate the title. I thought.
Is that how it went?
No, wait. Was there?
No,
because
because TJ was trying to come down to get double gold.
I know he beat,
knocked him out at flyweight.
Was that? That was at
I don't think
flyweight?
there's never been a double 125, 135.
Yeah, why is he triple C? He's champ. He won.
Then maybe it was like,
Let's look that up. I think he beat Cruz for it. Let's look at this fight.
Well, let's
The 3-3 is gold medal,
gold
bantamweight,
medal,
flyweight.
bantamweight, flyweight.
Look at his
Demetrius Johnson, flyweight.
he beat Moraes at flyweight. Yeah, Dominic Cruz. And
Okay,
UFC
so it was like an
249. It was a
open thing?
vacated title.
Okay.
And then I think he vacated right after again. That's how Young got the title
Okay.
shot. Yeah, 'cause he retired at that fight. That was the last fight. So yeah, so Dom Cruz is an impressive win to get that bantamweight title too. Of course, his questionable stoppage with the cigarettes and whiskey. Cruz.
But then again, like Cejudo,
But if he would have had a 2 or 3 this whole time he was out, if he was still winning right now, he'd be in the GOAT conversation because he would have went through some fucking names and beat some people to hold those titles. I feel like he got to the pinnacle and he didn't hold it long enough to be considered one of the greatest fighters. If he would have held on to it, beating Mighty Mouse, that's a big win biggest win probably any of these could be in this conversation.
Split decision.
Yeah, it was a good fight though.
let's see if he actually comes back though.
He's in the pool. He's been in the pool for a while. I think since like March.
Performance
bonus. I didn't see that.
bonuses.
So Jan and O'Malley was fight of the night.
Should be.
And then Bilal and Islam got bonuses.
Islam, yes.
I don't think Aljo did.
How crazy was the
Mate
only 2
for his
TKOs
performance.
were Bilal and Aljo.
Yeah.
Only 2 TKOs in the night. Mukaev should have got a fucking bonus, I think. That was a fucking sick ass sub.
O'Malley.
That was a really good fight. Nobody's gonna talk about that fight because it was early on and two fucking nobody. Mukaev's not nobody, but like he had nobody like Demetrius Malcolm Gordon.
Yeah, let's watch this. This is where Sugar gets him a little bit. Boom, boom, left hand.
This is after the end of the fight.
Boom, leg kick.
He keeps checking his face.
Slip, slip.
Boom,
Pat,
boom,
pat.
boom. Head
Nice
kick.
head. He blocked it pretty much. Oh,
Sprawl
shoots.
back up. Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, Tony. That's round 3. That's the one that wasn't questionable. And that was a sloppy shot
Hey,
right there.
hit play there. I want to see if we can see DC in the back. I don't think we're gonna be able to see it though. No, we're not gonna be able to see it. Yeah, did you see his face? He's like,
Look at the crowd. The crowd loves it. The crowd loving it.
ooh,
Well,
man.
all right, let's keep going here. What else?
Hey, carry on. Stop being a crybaby bitch. When the same thing keeps happening to you, maybe you're the problem, right? You're the problem. Yeah, what's this whole thing?
Dana was talking about it a little bit at the post.
And there was-
video. There's like they shake hands. Watch here.
Yeah.
They shake hands. Like,
And then they
man,
start
what's up,
slapping each
brother? Da, da, da. And then he's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh yeah.
Abu
he's starting to break 'em
Bakr
up
don't want
now.
that smoke. Abu Bakr does not want that smoke.
Yeah, Hamza will fuck him up.
He's the worst Nurmagomedov of all time, by far.
Dana's just like, hey, he just does what he does.
But then there was a weird, like, they showed like a FaceTime chat where that guy from Chechnya, what's his name? The fucking Ramzan, whatever the damn dictator dude, the warlord from Chechnya, the leader.
Yeah.
That all these Russian fighters are tied to, basically. But he, like, FaceTime, they both are in the fucking picture together. FaceTime this guy, like, no, you won't do this no more. Which seems kind of fucking sketchy as fuck. What the hell's that guy's name?
I don't know what his name is.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
though, right?
yeah.
He's the one that runs ACA.
Yeah.
The big ass chin beard. Hamza, man.
Somebody's gonna pull his card one day.
Oh, if he gets that Kobe food, you're talking about this last night.
Bilal might do it.
No.
He might.
Kobe maybe. Bilal no. No way.
All right, Patty's next opponent has been revealed.
Jared Gordon. It's good. He needs a nice slow take to the top, too. I think he'll beat Gordon.
He should be Gordon.
He'll take Gordon
This is
down.
definitely his toughest fight.
Yeah.
Gordon is a good bully, but not a good fucking. He's a good hammer, not
Patty's
a good
going to be
nail.
much
Won
bigger
4
than
of his
him,
last
too.
5.
And I'm not ever worried with Patty in a grappling exchange. If,
Yeah.
if he fought like Terrence McKinney, Terrence McKinney's gonna fuck.
Yeah, 'cause
Patty
he's
to
way
bed,
more
yeah.
technical on the feet.
And he's just as good as a grappler. He gets to the
Yeah.
power beds. Guys like
Buddy,
that. Oh,
Chris
Jamie
Kerr's
Malarkey.
coming back.
Joaquin.
That's a banger right there.
Right.
That's
Well,
a
this is
banger,
the
man.
Jan, Ankalaev,
That's December?
Rosenstrike, Dawkins,
Duplessis,
Till,
too.
OSP,
Yeah, it's like early December, I think.
That's like
Robbie
280.
Lawler.
That's 282, right?
4.
2.
2.
Because this is 280,
Yeah,
so 281 is
282.
gonna be the Izzy one. There's gonna be another fucking
282.
great
This
card.
is a pay-per-view?
282.
Is this on the main card?
Well, probably the last one. On
No,
the
yeah,
No
it
way.
is.
Is
yeah,
it?
there's 5 fights
Yeah,
on a
oh,
main
it
card.
better be these
Yeah.
cards.
Right.
Robbie Lawler, huh?
Introducing Patty to the big show.
He's a good
Pay-per-view
opener.
points.
He's a good. That's a good opener too. Rosenstrike, who is that? Dawkins.
Dawkins.
Loser goes home.
Gustafson, OSP.
Loser
I don't know.
goes
Dawkins has lost how many? Just 2?
2 or 3.
Just 2, I think.
I feel the same way about this fight.
I
No,
these
they
guys-
should both be gone already.
The thing about it, I mean, it's an exhibition basically at this point.
Yeah.
Or last fight
Gus-
on contract.
Gustafson looks so bad against Krylov. Like he looks
Well, I mean-
so lost, so bad. I don't want to see him fight no more. He looks so bad.
That was a tough matchup for him looking at it.
Right. But it's not that he lost. He did not look in it.
One
Let's
title
do it.
fight ends with no contest after low blow.
What?
Let's see what happens.
Lineker?
Here.
John Lineker's a bad boy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice left
He's
hand.
He's stumbling.
Oh.
Got him here. What happened?
So who low blowed who?
Nobody low blowed.
Oh, that left hand rocked him. Did he try to find a way out? Use low blow as an excuse?
Me or I don't
I
understand.
don't know. Oh,
There
here we go.
This might see it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, god damn.
Nice trunks. I'm all about.
Oh, there it was.
Throwing bombs.
Was that it? Looked like it.
They're not gonna show the low blow.
Let's see that dick
That
jiggle.
looks like a low blow coming.
Oh,
That was in
there
the
it is.
stomach.
Yeah, that doesn't literally look like a low blow. It ain't done yet.
Oh.
That one maybe, but he was raw.
Oh,
Dude,
look
he
at
was
that eye.
fucking him
Look at that
up. He
eye.
wanted out. That guy was beating the brakes off him.
He didn't like that knee.
That's liver, dude. Oh, yeah, no, that's a low blow. That was a low blow.
He
If
wasn't
somebody did
looking
that-
good for him,
If somebody
though.
did that to me, I would have shit myself. Like that was a direct shot, right to the fucking
look
dick,
good. Didn't look
straight knee right to the fucking dick. Like, I know, I love to bash people's toughness. If you get shot like that, that's the off switch.
So what happened? Did he win the fight? Or
Who was the champion?
No contest. Lineker is the champion, though.
Probably, yeah, defending champ. He missed weight too. One is so
She
weird.
stripped of
man.
the belt.
One is so weird with all that shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, that sucks.
But in the day, one car like 9 people missed weight.
I don't know.
It was because like with the whole hydration shit, whatever failed hydration test.
Right. Gilbert Burns, Masvidal.
Fucking Masvidal about to get fucked up.
Yeah, Gilbert's gonna fuck him up.
Fuck him
I don't see it
up.
going well for him.
This
No.
might be Masvidal's last fight.
Gilbert beats him everywhere.
Yeah, this might be Masvidal's last fight.
Yeah.
That's why he's talking shit to Nate Diaz. All right, good for Masvidal though. He had that run, got his money. He's
Yeah.
trying to get that Edwards fight.
Yeah. No.
No
way, dude.
Gotta pay them lawyer bills for his Colby shit.
Yeah, but we're talking. Supposedly Hamzat was in Abu Dhabi with Dana discussing a Colby fight. That's a bad fight for Hamzat.
Yeah.
Because Colby's not going to get tired. He's not going to throw Colby around the cage like that. That is a tough fight for Hamzat.
Mm-hmm.
If Colby is the underdog, I am Hamzat 100 through and through.
Yeah.
But if Colby is like a plus 400 or 300, I am dropping money on Colby Covington in that fight. That'll be the first time I ever cheered that guy in a fight.
That'll be a good one. Bo Bitch Nickel.
Is he injured? What's going on? He's injured, isn't he?
I don't think he's injured.
Out
Undisclosed
for his
injury.
282.
I think when they move him to the next card, he's gonna be on the main event. He's on a pay-per-view.
Could you imagine? I'm not a prelim fighter. He
Yeah.
gets
Now
on the
they're
fucking
saying
main
UFC
card.
285 in March.
That's what I'm saying. That card is wide open. Is the March card that one supposed to be in England? I know January is Rio. They're talking about a London card somewhere early in 2033.
Who
He's
should
calling out Hamzat.
I would call him out too if I was Bo Nickel.
Why not? Just make the fight. Fuck it.
I mean, if I'm Bo Nickel, I'm this superstar wrestler. I would have
Like you just gave Sugar Peter Yan. Why not give Bo Nickel Hamzat?
Jan is ranked though.
Well,
Or Peter was.
Hamzat
Sugar was
beat
ranked.
Burns.
But the thing is, they probably because Hamzat's what's Hamzat ranked right now?
3.
Like he's not ranked at all. I don't think a commission will allow that. Remember when Hamzat was supposed to fight Edwards? They made Hamzat 15 on purpose, just like because the commission wouldn't clear a fight if an unranked ranked fighter was a guy that high.
Right.
So I think that would be the problem.
3.
That would be a problem. But again, if I'm Bo Nickel, I'm not fearing Hamzat. Like you've wrestled some of the best people in the world. You're not
Yeah.
worried about wrestling.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens with him.
That's a great matchup for him and to get his name. Which is why I like the Sugar thing because again, I thought the matchup was good for him. If it was Mirab be in trouble for him.
Thug Nasty been following his IG pretty heavily.
He's got a
Yeah.
girlfriend. He's
How
got a
does that-
girlfriend now.
How could
Gravity is an illusion.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
nuts. He's out there in that one.
So his original opponent, Evolov, withdrew.
That is starting to become a pattern with Evolov.
Yeah,
He
Damon
pulls out-
Jackson. Okay, fuck it, bring it on.
That'll be. He's gonna fuck Damon Jackson up though.
He should.
Damon Jackson gets tired, man.
Yeah.
And Doug Nasty's not gonna get tired. He can fucking chain grapple all day.
I mean, that was Sabatini too. He knocked him out.
You think you knock out Bryce? Anyone can knock out. There's nothing going on up there, man. What are you gonna turn off? There's no lights to turn off, man. He don't pay the bill. You gotta turn the lights off for that. See, who was it? Who was it that rocked him a few times? He went right. Was it
Barboza, I think.
I think Feely did too a few times.
Yeah.
Feely fucking cracked him a few times in the feet, but he just goes right into that fucking chain. He's so strong.
Yeah,
He's so fucking strong. I always want to see him fight again. He's
it's been a while now, right?
He's on the cusp of that fucking that featherweight title picture.
Undefeated.
Yeah, I mean,
Undefeated.
I'll like to see him and Islam go at it.
Islam fuck him up.
I don't know,
He's
man.
too big, man. He's too strong.
I think he's pretty fucking big. He's always the biggest guy in that cage in featherweight. I'll tell you that
He
much.
looked smaller than Barboza.
Barboza's a lightweight.
No, that's true.
What we got here?
Whitaker all
It's
day.
It's a great fight, and I'm just gonna enjoy it for that. But it's just such a bummer because like I don't want to see either one of these guys fight Adesanya again. Maybe Costa, but I think Whitaker's gonna.
No, I think
Costa
I
up.
think Whitaker do better against Adesanya than Costa.
Yeah,
he
we-
did.
we
He's
proved
done it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to see Whitaker.
I think Whitaker's just so good. He just can't. The length of Adesanya is just too much for him. He's too short.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I think Whitaker wins this fight, especially the way that fucking Rockhold was able to hang in there with Costa.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Whitaker's just the best guy that's not Izzy, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. He's the wrong era.
Ige Taporia for December. Twitter
It's
react.
an interesting one.
What's going on with Taporia?
I don't
He
know.
talks all this
This is
shit.
the
He
Canyon
backs
Sean
out.
Strickland.
Saeed and Kakhmanov.
Armin and Ismagulov.
Another great fight.
Mm.
Kenny Strickland,
Saeed,
Marquez and win. Loser goes home on that one. Fak Radinoff's a murderer. Michael Morales ain't a bum either. Prince Michael and Duraev. That's a fun one. Cheyenne Bays, Corey McKenna.
Sergey Morozov, Journey Newsom.
That's a good card. What is this? This is a fight night?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a fucking good fight night.
December 17th.
Where the fuck was this week? That's a good fight night card. Yeah, I mean, I think Taporia with his fight, I think Ige's on his way out of the UFC.
Yeah.
He peaked. That being said, watch him knock him out.
And again, I mean, the Black Country Banger about knocked him out.
Yeah, Black Country Banger good bang now.
Ige's got some power, too.
And we've got
Yeah.
Jessica on
Versus
drive.
fucking
Next.
Lauren Murphy.
Fucking look at that. She might be the most intimidating fighter in the UFC. Fuck, look at that shoulder. Look at that shit. It's like
That's a
fucking-
mean Justin Bieber right
Man.
there.
Man, oh man, yeah, the standing arm triangle.
That was
A
wild.
fucking standing arm triangle choke. I mean, I think she fucking beats the shit out of Lauren Murphy.
I think so, too.
I don't think there's any way that Murphy beats her, and she probably gets. Lauren Murphy though, she might just play defense the whole fight and just survive it. But I think Andrade gets a finish in this fight, either with the hands.
It was just crazy when Valentina ragdolled the piss out of Jessica Andrade. That was nuts to watch.
Which even was crazy when Santos did it to her.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the most shocking experiences I had in my MMA career. Like, holy shit, this girl's throwing fucking Valentina around. What's happening?
Anything can happen. They're all in that top elite level for a reason. Like, you got to have your night.
Right.
It's almost like the NFL at that point. Any given Saturday night.
Well, there's just so much stuff that can go wrong, right?
Yeah, there's too many fucking variables, too many moving parts.
Well, that wraps up in the guard this week, and we'll be back next week, right?
Going over our 9-fight card.
Next week?
There's a number 5th card.
Is there?
Yeah.
I think I am out of town November. Well, let's look, because I've got.
We're doing our scheduling on air, guys. It's good.
Yeah, there's 5th and 12th.
But that's supposed to be Mitchell and Ivalev, so.
So that's a Saturday.
No, that's this one. 29th is
Yeah.
Kater Allen. Mitchell
And then we
Evil.
get the pay-per-view. So, yeah, we got 3 cards in a row.
Yeah. And then it's time off.
So
So we got some talking to do. If you have to do something during one of the weeks, and man, screw our schedule.
Well, why don't we knock out both those
We could.
in one go?
You guys see a little bit how the sausage is made right now.
We don't fucking need to talk about Kater Allen recap.
No.
Ain't nothing big dramatic
and
gonna be
even if we
there.
talk
Even
about
if it is some
it's 9
dramatic, it
fights.
doesn't matter. It's not on the same stage as
It's-
what just happened last night.
And it's 9 fights. It's going to take 10 minutes to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can knock it out. But yeah, we're going to have some content coming for you guys. Of course, always we have the Instagram, Twitter feeds, our DraftKings picks, our bets, all that fun stuff. Again, I think parlays, like Tony said, parlays going to be my fucking route for this next card if I'm trying to make some money because
Staying off DraftKings.
I'll play a little bit, but
Fantasy at least.
I think I'm going to play only Captain
Maybe
mode.
Captain, yeah.
I think I'm going to play Captain mode. But yeah, we'll put those things out there. Of course, comment me, the one talking all that shit to you guys on Twitter about Sugar Sean. That's me. So you got to give me all that hate you guys want.